Alrighty, it is time for Duelist Kingdom action, and this is a great fixture in the season. The winless Yugi, 0 wins and 5 losses, goes up against none other than arch nemesis Seto Kaiba, who, how's Kaiba boy doing in the tournament? Kaiba is 15th. He's looking to go 4-2, which will put him in the top 10, which is somewhere where Kaiba would most rather be. Yugi is dead last. He is 32nd out of 32 competitors. He's drawn an okay starting hand. Mystical Elf is usually a pretty good start if you can get an 1800, if you can get a 2000 defense to the field. He's got his magical hats, he has a Karibo, he's got his Beaver Warrior, and the first card we ever saw him play in the anime, the Blackland Fire Dragon. Kaiba himself went with a face-down defense as well. Yugi draws a Mask of Weakness and has now played Blackland Fire Dragon, so 1500 targets, a Wicked Dragon with the Ursat's head. Kaiba likes his dragons, except Wicked Dragon with the Ursat's head, because it's not strong. Alright, Kaiba, what do you have for us in turn number 4? He has played a face-down defense, and to the end phase. Alright, Yugi would really be wanting to press home the advantage here. He's just drawn Komori Dragon, so it's a battle of the dragons at the moment. Yugi is winning. That would drive Kaiba insane. He's like, you are not a better dragon duelist than me, Yugi. As Mystic Horseman, 1550 was flipped up. Yugi lost 50 life points, and now Kaiba has some defensive advantage. Be cool if he could fuse Mystic Horseman, but he won't now. He's just tributed it for, Judge Man, 2200. Played that against Yugi in their first duel as well, before Judge Man was he beaten by Gaia the Fierce Knight, or was it Dark Magician that beat him? I don't remember. Ironically, I don't remember. Mask of Weakness was... Oh, Mask of Weakness was played by Yugi. I did miss that. Or forget it, but Kaiba had 7 Tools of the Bandit in waiting. That could have been really bad for Kaiba, because Judge Man would have been put down to 1500, the same as Komori Dragon. But with the effect of 7 Tools of the Bandit, Judge Man stays. Monster Recovery is played. Yugi selects his Blackland Fire Dragon. He will draw a new hand. Ooh. I was about to say he's got Curse of Dragon, but he's got Makio as well. So not quite for Yugi here. He can't get over that 2200 of Judge Man with that Curse of Dragon. Mystical Elf is destroyed by the Judge Man, so Yugi needs a power-up or something. Okay, Spellbinding Circle. He's got Silver Fang down, and he's gonna go for a tribute. Now, I don't mind that as a move, because Silver Fang's pretty weak, and is gonna be destroyed by just about anything in Kaiba's deck. He's got Spellbinding Circle, so he can possibly trap Judge Man and stop it from attacking. He's gonna have to, otherwise he's gonna lose Curse of Dragon. So Judge Man is now caught. Kaiba would have a Mystical Space Typhoon floating around somewhere in his deck. And he goes straight to his end phase. Alright, Yugi wants to press advantage here. It's Giant Soldier of Stone, another good defensive card for him. If he can draw the Summon Skull, he could knock out Judge Man. If he draws a Dark Magician as well. Even if he draws Gaia, that could knock off Judge Man. But would you like to wait if you're Yugi and try and get Gaia the Dragon Champion out as turn change Lackluster Ritual? And Yugi in for the attack again on the dragon dwelling in the cave. So Kaiba with a defensive fortress. They're still both pretty equal on life points. Yugi ahead by 250. Now Kaiba does have 2 monsters on the field. You don't want Kaiba having 2 monsters on the field. Does he have Blue Eyes? He doesn't. I'll say he 100% would play a Blue Eyes if he had it. He just threw Gyakuteno Megami to the fields. It is Summon Skull. Such a good card. Giant Soldier of Stone departs, and Yugi has Mokyu. So, the way Mokyu works, destroy all monsters your opponent controls with defense less than or equal to the attack of the monster that you pick. So Kaiba would need defenses of 2500 or more, which he does not. Summon Skull has destroyed them all. However, yes, it does not. It means that you can't conduct a battle phase. So technically it didn't really do anything, because Yugi could have just destroyed them both manually, but we don't get to see Mokyu played from Yugi very often, so it's quite nice to see him actually use it for a change. As Winged Dragon, Guardian of the Fortress, another dragon for Yugi. Tell you what, Yugi's really put forth the dragons and has thoroughly beaten Kaiba in this first match. It is Negate Attack, so no face down destruction for Kaiba. Kaiba's got a long way to get back into this. He's got Summon Skull to contend with, as well as Curse of Dragon. He's got 6 cards in hand though. Does he have... He's got a tribute. It is Swordstalker. Well, you wouldn't... Would you get rid of Curse of Dragon? No, he's gone after Winged Dragon, Guardian of the Fortress. Although unfortunately for Kaiba, Swordstalker is not going to be able to survive. Boo! Mirror Force, man. Boo! Get that off the field. Alright, 500 off Kaiba. He's down to 6,500. Yugi at 6,650, but now the life points will change a bit. 2,000 off Kaiba. He's down to 4,500. So, and that does actually put Kaiba in striking range. If he can't summon a monster, Yugi's got exactly 4,500 points of attack on the field. Kaiba has put down a face-down spell or trap and a face-down defense. And over to his end phase. Oh, here we go. That's interesting. Now 1800 for Summon Skull. As the Shadow spell is activated from Kaiba, Yugi plays Burning Land, which he would often play with his Curse of Dragon. So we got some anime combos happening in this first match with Summon Skull and Mokyu. We've got Burning Land on the field with Curse of Dragon, which he used against Mako in the anime to destroy all of Mako's monsters at the same time. Completely different effect in the real game. But Kaiba has stopped Summon Skull's attacks for the time being, so may be able to find a way to finally get something happening, although Yugi has that stupid Mirror Force sitting on the field, so if Kaiba can get an attack away, he's going to get a nasty surprise. It was the Hitotsumi Giant, Kaiba's starting card, as... Did Yugi just go straight to his end phase? He did. He may have forgotten that he had Griffor on the field. Ah, damn. Mystical Space Typhoon was played, but it targeted Burning Land. Oh, that would have been absolute... Oh, that would have been absolute bliss if it targeted that Mirror Force. As Battleox now is destroyed. That would have made me so happy. As Yami is now drawn, so Summon Skull still can't attack. 2,000 and 1,200 is 3,200. It'll leave Kaiba with 800. Is there anything he can do? If he draws Lejin, that will get to 2,000 because Yami's on the field now. There's not much else that Kaiba has right now. Unless he has Lord of D and a Flute of Summoning Dragon and he can get Blue Eyes to the field or something, but face down spells and traps for Kaiba. Down to his last 800 points. Now draw phase, it is the Celtic Guardian, classic Yugi monster. So, what's this? 14 and 2000 is 34. It'd be 4600 altogether since Summon Skull can't attack. But there it is. Yugi has won the first match against Kaiba. Which, well, okay. It couldn't happen though, could it? Yugi's only got to win one more, but it couldn't, could it? Yugi's first win could not come against Kaiba. That really would be ironic. Chimerotech Rampage Dragon. Guard of the match. Well, if Yugi gets his first win and breaks his 5-game losing streak against Kaiba, Kaiba is going... If it was like legitimate anime, Kaiba would blow a gasket. He would absolutely lose his mind. Alright, Kaiba... Oh my god, that is not a good starting hand. Oh, Swords of Revealing Light on turn 1 for Yugi. Oh, Burning Land. Okay, so it's probably going to be a quick second duel. Oh, Yugi doesn't play any... Oh, well, I mean, he doesn't need to play any monsters, although it's still risky. Because if Kaiba has Mystical Space Typhoon, goodbye swords. Kaiba's drawn Komori Dragon. He's got Ancient Lamp. He's played Komori Dragon. He's got Invigoration. He's got Dragon's Gunfire there too. He's got Shadow Spell. And he's got... He's Thunder of Ruler. Turn 1 elapses for Yugi's Swords of Revealing Light. Burning Land will take 500 off Yugi now, so both of their life points are ticking down very quickly. Imagine if Burning Land, Ectoplasma, and Chain Energy are all active on the field at the same time. Imagine how difficult it would be to play. Alright, Shard of Greed from Kaiba. If that can elapse 2 turns, he'll be able to draw 2 additional cards from his deck. Yugi has 5 cards in hand. Burning Land activates, so both players on 7,000. And Yugi's still not playing any monsters down. Keeping his hand completely concealed. Kaiba has now drawn Judge Man. And loses 500 points from Burning Land. Kaiba activates Dragon's Gunfire. That'll do 800 to Yugi. That will put Kaiba ahead on life points. So if both players run out of life points due to Burning Land, Yugi will run out first. Good play from Kaiba. Ancient Lamp has been placed down. That also has a pretty devious effect. When that's attacked, I think you can change the attack to Komori Dragon in Kaiba's example here. Yugi's Swords of Revealing Light are gone. He's down now to 5,700. He's played a face-down spell or trap. It could be a Mirror Force, Kaiba. It could be a Mirror Force. There's Sword Stalker. Kaiba's Shard of Greed is ready. Burning Land activates. Kaiba is down to 6,000. And Judge Man could get to 2,700 with Invigoration. There's Blackland Fire Dragon and Ryukushin. So Kaiba has backup here. So if something goes wrong, he can play Thunder of Ruler down, protect Ryukushin or Blackland Fire Dragon, then could possibly get Sword Stalker to the field. So 2,200 and 1,500 is... Oh, there's Spellbinding Circle. Well, at least it's not Mirror Force. So that'll just leave Komori Dragon available to attack. It'll put Yugi down to 4,200. It would have put Yugi to 2,000 altogether if Judge Man could attack there. Possibly 1,500 if Kaiba would play Invigoration on Judge Man. Burning Land again now. Actually, it'll put Yugi to 1,000. If that was the case on last turn. Yo, Yugi plays Monster Reborn. What can he bring? Wow, he just brings back Ancient Lamp. Unless he's got nothing else to play. Kaiba has Shadow Spell as a backup as well. Yugi could tribute, unless he's got something to tribute, and he does. It is Curse of Dragon once more. However, Kaiba does have Shadow Spell. And he plays Shadow Spell. Take that, Yugi. That is 100% deserved. I like Curse of Dragon, though, because it can be equipped with Sword of Dark Destruction, and just the thought of it holding that Sword of Dark Destruction in its mouth as it swoops down to attack its enemies. So, what does Yugi do here? He goes with another face-down spell or trap. Could be a Mirror Force. You never know with Yugi. There's Dragon Dwelling in the Cave. Useful card. Defensive. It means that Kaiba, who really shouldn't do that, he's played Swordstalker. I would have gone with Black... actually, it's not that bad of a move because Blackland Fire Dragon doesn't need a tribute. Just in case that was a Mirror Force, but it turns out it wasn't. Yugi loses Curse of Dragon, 1,500 more. He's down to 1,500. Upon the start of his next turn, he'll be at 1,000. Kaiba is in striking range to even this one up at 1-1. Kaiba would not... He would not be able to get over losing to Yugi in this duel, and Yugi being the only win. I only have one win, but it is against Sato Kaiba. So therefore, Kaiba... or Yugi would be happy. Kaiba has drawn Blue Eyes White Dragon, and he cannot resist. I am going to guess Yugi's face down spell or trap is not a Mirror Force. Yugi didn't play anything else. He's got a lot of high level monsters. He's got rituals. He may have bricked his hand. It is very much a thing for Yugi to brick his hand. 3,000 in Blue Eyes White Dragon. Yugi is staring down the strongest normal monster in the game. The Blue Eyes White Dragon blows away the rest of Yugi's life points, and we are 1-1. Kaiba has evened it up. We are at tiebreaker. Bonus points are off the table. Neither player can win 3-0. And we will go from Yugi's perspective to end this last match. Can Yugi get his first win? I really, really want him to stay winless. Not going to lie, however, there is that slight allure of irony. That would be very funny if his only win came off Kaiba. Alright, we set up one more time. Alright, Yugi has got Horn of Heaven, which is a pretty good card. Kaiba plays One Day of Peace. A third time Burning Land? Wow. Also got Magic Jammer there as well, Yugi. And Kaiba starts off with the mighty Hitotsu-Me Giant. It's just a shame Yugi doesn't have the Winged Dragon Guardian of the Fortress. He does have Feral Imp, though. It's just as good. Yugi's also got Rude Kaiser. I believe he only had Rude Kaiser in that very first match with Kaiba, so it's ironic that he drew it. But that is possibly something we could remove from Yugi's deck, if I'm being completely honest. We could remove Rude Kaiser. As we see, Hitotsu-Me Giant is destroyed. Alright, 500 points off Kaiba. He's down to 7,500. And, Ryukishin Powered. Now, I believe... Well, Yugi has played... I think one of them was Mask of Weakness as well, which is a shared card between all duelists so that they can have a 7-point buffer to fight back with weaker monsters if they are lucky enough to draw it early. So Kaiba's Ryukishin Powered is going to get lowered to 900 attack points, and Feral Imp has got 2 wins here. Kaiba down to 7,100. Can Yugi get the Dark Magician to the field? Oh! He has just drawn Summon Skull. And things are about to go very, very bad for Kaiba, because Summon Skull at 2,500 is going to put Kaiba down to 4,600 very, very early on. Kaiba will have 5 cards in his hand from his draw phase. Yugi, well, he wouldn't play Horn of Heaven. He wouldn't tribute his Summon Skull unless it was absolutely necessary. But Kaiba's in a bit of trouble here. He's losing life points again now off that Burning Land, which has been pretty much active for the entirety of the duel of all 3 matches. Shard of Greed activated. Yugi blocks it with Magic Jammer, throws away Ryukishin. Sorry, not Ryukishin, Rude Kaiser. So Kaiba will not be able to draw 2 more cards upon the spell counters accumulating to 2 on that. There's Mystic Box. Again, another useful card, but not really that useful for Yugi in this situation. He doesn't want to be giving his Summon Skull to Kaiba. It was a lesser dragon that was destroyed. 4 cards in hand for Kaiba. He could draw Offerings to the Doomed. He could draw something, anything. I'm running out of faith. Kaiba has not played any more monsters down. I get the feeling that we may be seeing Yugi's first win. Kaiba, played Sunder of Ruler, but you really need monsters on the field to get the most out of that effect. Yugi's down to 6,500 from Burning Land. He's got Yami as well. It'll put his Dark Magician and his Summon Skull to 2,700 as long as Dark Magician gets to the field. Oh, I tell you what, it's alarm bells are ringing for Kaiba. He's down to 3,100 and he legitimately could be picking up a loss, giving Yugi his first win. Turn change to Yugi, who draws Catapult Turtle. 500 points off Yugi. He's down to 6,000. And Kaiba could be down to 400 himself. Kaiba activates Negate Attack. He's hanging on by a thread here. Alright, turn change back to Kaiba. Can he do anything about this Summon Skull? Yugi loses another... No, Kaiba, sorry, loses another 500 points from Burning Land. Kaiba plays Monster Reborn. I don't think there's a lot, though, that he can do with that. He's selected Rude Kaiser. No, but what do you do? What do you do with it, Yugi? Kaiba, sorry. Kaiba, he's tributed it. For a face down to... okay, it could be Sword Stalker, Judge Man. Yugi has drawn Mammoth Graveyard. Yugi has played a Mammoth Graveyard. Oh, and Mystic Box. So he's going to destroy Kaiba's face down. He's going to give Kaiba Mammoth Graveyard. Oh, it was Yamadron that Kaiba played. I think Kaiba's done. 1,500 off. He's going to lose another 500, putting him to 600. With the effect of Burning Land, I think Kaiba is done. He can only last tops 3 more of his own turns because of Burning Land. In fact, make that 2 because it activates during the standby phase. Oh, poor Kaiba. He would be absolutely losing his mind. Yugi draws Polymerization. 500 points off Yugi. Yeah, tribute Summon Skull, play Catapult Turtle. Oh, poor Kaiba. And there it is. Yugi has finally won a match in this tournament. He is now 1-5. And Kaiba is going to have to live with the fact that Yugi got his first win against him. He got his first win against Seto Kaiba himself. Kaiba is now the laughingstock of the tournament because Yugi's only win. Oh, Kaiba would be having an absolute meltdown. He would be having an absolute crash out as he did each and every week on our favorite children's card game, Yu-Gi-Oh! No amount of money in the world can buy Kaiba out of this one. Well, I hope you enjoyed Yugi and Kaiba. They always do have really fun matches. Yugi has won 2-1 and he has finally opened his win account for the tournament. I hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for leaving all the comments from yesterday as well. Wherever you are in the world, stay safe, take care, farewell.